What's up, guys? We're going to show you the Subaru today. We actually do have a Subaru in-house. It is our own shop car. We've done 0 videos on it, so we just wanted to introduce it to you. We're going to get started on that project more than we already have here pretty soon, so I'm going to go show it to you back here. We got this actually really nice white Subaru customer car in here for tuning. This thing's pretty dope. I kind of wish that was mine instead, but this is our own 2013 WRX sedan. It's not an STI. You know, we got this to kind of just do some installations, do some promotion and stuff, but honestly, the car's been sitting for a couple of years now, and we've modified it. We've modified it quite a bit up to this point, but it's still stock turbo. But anyway, we're gonna get going on this thing too. We'll have it throughout the summer, throughout this coming spring and summer. And so I just wanted to show it to you guys and let you know kind of what we're working with. It, like I said, we've modified it quite a bit already. So the outside looks pretty stock. You know, there's no real big modifications to the body or the exterior or anything. But we do have some nice wheels and tires on there. They're 17-inch, which I really like the 17-inch look on the WRX. I like 17s on a lot of cars, but this one I am definitely building for track duty. I want this thing to haul ass around the track really nicely. So I put 17s on there, a little bit lighter wheel. It still fits a 6-piston Wilwood brake caliper in there. So that is a Wilwood front big brake kit right there. It's got a 2-piece rotor slotted, 6-piston caliper. So that's, man, that brake setup is insane. It's really, really nice. I actually had to, there's a funny story behind that brake kit. I actually had to replace the rotor ring and the pads because I took it straight to the track after we installed that kit, but I put a race pad on there. And that thing, within a week of just driving it on the street, it pretty much warped the rotor and ate up the rotor completely. So by the time I took it to the track just a week later, after a few miles, probably like 20, 15 miles on the street, it just totally, the pad was so abrasive that it just tore through the rotor and made it kind of scary to drive actually at the track. It was super, super wobbly. And did not brake correctly. So I had to replace the rotor ring and put a street pad on there until we're ready to go to the track, where we'll switch out the pads to a more race pad once we're at the track. So we got those on the front, and we have a 4-piston set on the back. So this is all bolt-on kit from Wilwood. This thing's braking power is ridiculous. Even just touching it a little bit, even out on the street, even with street pads, it's just crazy how responsive it is and how hard it brakes. It's really awesome. So this thing is also on Fortunato. I think they're like 500 series coilovers with a custom spring rate. Well, like a chosen spring rate. I think it's on 9K on the front and the rear. So fairly stiff for a street setup, but it'll be nice for the track. But that's everything you can see from the outside. I'll go ahead and pop the hood so we can check out what's underneath the hood here. Love the hood struts from the factory on these things. Anyway, we have a Perrin top mount right here, Perrin inlet pipe. We've got a Grimspeed intake here. You can see how dirty it is. I mean, the thing has just sat here for a long time. We haven't really done much with it. So I have replaced the entire fuel system. We have a Cobb flex fuel kit on here. If you come over here, this is where they have that mounted down here. I have a Grimspeed small battery tray right here too. And you can see I have this AEM fuel regulator kind of just loosely sitting here, but a bunch of nice hosing and fittings going to ID 1050X injectors on radium rails, radium fittings. So with the flex fuel and the radium setup, AEM regulator, I've just got to mount this thing. I've got to get a bracket made or something to make sure this thing is solid on here. Once that's solid, it'll be ready to drive at the track. Got a Go Fast Bits dual port blow off valve here. What else do we have? We got Grimspeed heat shield over here with a Grimspeed downpipe. We did put a catted one on there. We just want to maintain the legality of this car. This is one of my favorite parts on the car, is this radium dual catch can setup. I didn't do any like venting of the catch cans. They're sealed catch cans just to make it run, you know, as stock as possible, but still catching all the crap in there. So that's a super nice kit. Kind of difficult to install, but really nice kit. I love the radium. I love anything radium really, but that dual catch can kit is sick. I love it. So that's the engine based stuff. Not much else in there. We got a Greddy exhaust system. So we have the quad tip dual exit exhaust from Greddy right here. This Greddy, I'm a huge fan of Greddy exhaust. They make really awesome stuff. They always sound really nice. So we've got that. Again, please excuse the dirtiness. This thing just kind of sits here a lot of the time. But I'm gonna go ahead and start this thing up and show you what this thing sounds like. So there you go, that gives you a good idea of what it sounds like right now. It is turbo back with the Grimspeed downpipe. We actually also have a Grimspeed up pipe. That was an awesome modification. If you have a Subaru, an EJ, and you don't have an up pipe, you should. That mod is awesome, really helps the spool time of the turbo, which is a problem with these from the factory anyway. So I did want to show you one more thing. The radium fuel setup that we have, it's pretty complete. We got the radium in-tank fuel setup using the stock tank, but it's just a completely drop-in top hat system. We have a Walbro 450 in there. We're gonna be running ethanol, so we do need a pretty high flow pump. So I'll show you that too. I gotta take out the back seat here real quick. All right. So this is our radium top hat for our stock fuel tank. This thing has the ability to do 2 different pumps, but we just have a single 450 pump in there. We're not planning on doing anything totally insane with our fuel setup, but this is like definitely one of my favorite pieces of this entire build so far is this right here. So I'm pretty pumped to have this on the car. So yeah, radium. I love radium stuff. They make really awesome stuff, especially fuel system related stuff. So yeah. So there it is. There is our 2013 WRX. Kind of sad that we've neglected this thing for so long, but I'm excited this year to get this thing going and kind of show you guys more. We'll take it to the track, do more stuff to it. We might do a bigger turbo. We're definitely going to do a clutch, a header on it, maybe some more performance blast plates since it's a kind of a weak 5-speed transmission. I want to keep the 5-speed in here. I really like 5 speeds, and I'm going to use more performance blast plates on here to see if we can get some strength and use out of that thing, even at a little bit higher horsepower range. And so yeah, we're excited to show you guys this car too. We got a lot of projects around here. This is one of them, and we're just gonna do a bunch of stuff to it this summer, so I hope you guys enjoy.